자, 그러면은 뉴스 포커스 살펴보겠습니다. 첫 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 미국 아마존 창업자 제프 베이조스와 최근 이혼한 맥켄지 베이조스가 재산의 절반 이상을 기부하겠다고 밝혔습니다. 그렇다면 과연 기부액은 얼마일까요? 어마어마합니다. Let's listen to the story.
In an act of admirable philanthropy, Mackenzie Bezos, the former wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, has pledged to donate nearly half of her $35 billion personal fortune to charity. The couple announced the dissolution of their marriage last month in separate statements. In her statement, Mackenzie Bezos described having a disproportionate amount of money that she felt compelled to share. Although Mr. Bezos has praised his ex-wife's actions, he has yet to reciprocate what she has done.
네, 지금 이혼한 지 몇 달 안 됐는데요. 맥켄지 베이조스가 이제 아마존 파운드 제프 베이조스의 전 처죠. 그런데 재산 절반을 기부하겠다라고 밝혔습니다. 계산을 해보니까 대략 한 21조 원으로 추정이 돼요. 21조 원. Oh my goodness, that's just unfathomable.
It really is.
In an act of admirable philanthropy, Mackenzie Bezos has pledged to donate nearly half of her $35 billion personal fortune.
And we'll look at that word philanthropy. Now, philanthropy is, in the most general sense, an idea. It can be an event or it can be an action, as it is in this case, and that is done to improve humanity. It usually involves money, but not always. It can involve time as well. And a person who engages in philanthropy is known as a philanthropist.
Philanthropist 그러면은 자선활동가, philanthropy 그러면 자선활동. 그래서 요즘에 많이 쓰는 표현이죠. 뉴스를 통해서.
Absolutely, sure.
뭐 빌 앤 멜린다 게이츠라든지 그런 philanthropic 뭐 그룹도 있고요.
Yes, yes.
여러 가지로 쉽지 않은 단어지만 그래도 이제 자선활동 관련된 뉴스가 많이 나오면서 많이 보이는 그런 단어입니다. The couple announced the dissolution of their marriage last month.
So we'll look at that word, disillusion. Disillusion is the act of officially ending a formal agreement. So, in a very general sense, a marriage is a formal legal agreement, and so it can be used in this context. We also hear it very often much used in the business world, where there are two companies perhaps in some sort of alliance or even a merger, and if they separate or break that alliance or they separate that merger, then also they would maybe issue a statement of a dissolution of their alliance or merger, or as in this case, marriage.
그렇습니다. dissolution이 여기서는 이제 결혼 생활의 파경을 뜻합니다. 이제 1월 달에 이혼을 발표를 했었거든요. 근데 저도 아직 기억나는 게 갑자기 트위터 상으로였나? 뭐 소셜미디어를 통해서 우리 이혼합니다. 이런 내용을 올려가지고 세계가 깜짝 놀랐던 그런 일이 있었죠. In their statement, Mackenzie Bezos described having a disproportionate amount of money.
Right. We'll look at another dis word after looking at disillusion. We'll look at disproportionate. Something that is disproportionate is sort of surprising or unreasonable in its amount or in its size compared with something else. And so I think we can all relate to this. We've often been to maybe a meeting or a conference that's, let's say, 1 hour long. There's a lot of topics that they have to talk about, but they dedicate a disproportionate amount of time to one topic. That means they spend most of their time on one topic. Of course, here, Ms. Bezos is saying she has a disproportionate amount of money, much more than other people.
그렇죠. disproportionate 가운데 보면은 proportion이라는 단어가 있잖아요. 비율이라는 뜻인데 비율이 맞지 않는다. 균형이 맞지 않는다. 그래서 여기서는 과분하다라고 해석을 할 수 있을 것 같습니다. 맥켄지 베이조스가 나한테 맞지 않는 양의 돈이 들어왔다. 그래서 나는 다 기부하겠다라는 아주 멋진 얘기를 했어요. Although Mr. Bezos has praised his ex-wife's actions, he has yet to reciprocate what she's done.
And we'll close it out with that word reciprocate. Now, to reciprocate means to share the same feelings as someone else or to behave in the same way as someone else. In other words, to do the same thing. So in a very simple context, I could say, I'll buy coffee this week if you reciprocate next week.
똑같은 행동으로 화답을 하다라는 뜻의 reciprocate입니다. 정말 되게 쿨한 부부 같아요. 이혼은 했는데요. 미스터 베이저스가 또 어제 소셜미디어 상에 이 내용이 나오자마자 정말 내 전처 정말 자랑스럽다라는 이제 칭찬의 글을 올렸어요. 하지만 말씀해주신 대로 똑같은 행동을 하지는 않습니다. reciprocate 하지는 않았고요. 그거는 이제 자의에 맡겨지는 거니까요. Let's listen to this story one more time.
In an act of admirable philanthropy, Mackenzie Bezos, the former wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, has pledged to donate nearly half her $35 billion personal fortune to charity. The couple announced the dissolution of their marriage last month in separate statements. In her statement, Mackenzie Bezos described having a disproportionate amount of money that she felt compelled to share. Although Mr. Bezos has praised his ex-wife's actions, he has yet to reciprocate what she has done.
자, 두 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 지난 4월 우리나라는 낙태죄 헌법 불합치 결정이 났었죠. 그런데 미국 조지아주에서는 최근 일명 심장박동법이라고 불리는 낙태 금지법이 입안됐습니다. 그러자 유명 동영상 스트리밍 업체인 넷플릭스가 이 법이 시행되면 조지아주에서 콘텐츠 제작 활동을 중단하겠다라는 의사를 밝혔습니다. Let's listen to the story.
The U.S. video streaming service Netflix has taken a stand over a proposed new abortion law in the state of Georgia. In addition, other Hollywood figures have called for a moratorium on producing films in the state. According to the Motion Picture Association of America, movie production in the state has an overall economic impact of more than $9.5 billion. The region plays such a prominent role in film production that many people refer to it as Yollywood.
네, Variety는요, 헐리우드 스튜디오 중에서 유일하게 넷플릭스가 이 문제에 대해서 입장을 밝혔다라는 기사를 쓰기도 했는데요. 이제 심장박동법이라는 거는 태아의 심장박동이 감지된 후에는 낙태 수술을 금지한다라는 법입니다. The US video streaming service Netflix has taken a stand over a proposed new abortion law in Georgia.
So we'll look at this phrase, to take a stand. Now, if you take a stand, it means you're taking a position. You're adopting a firm position about an issue. Or sometimes we also use that expression to mean that we're just expressing our opinion. Take a stand can sort of have both of those meanings.
Right.
An example sentence I could give, maybe if someone is treating you unfairly, you might have to take a stand and tell them that things have to change.
어떤 태도를 취하다라는 뜻의 take a stand가 여기서 쓰였습니다. 입장을 취하다라고 볼 수 있겠죠. 왜냐하면 이 말씀드린 대로 심장박동법이라는 게 태아의 심장박동이 인지되는 순간부터 이제 낙태 수술을 금지한다는 것인데, 아이를 낳으신 분들은 아시겠지만 아이가 있다는 걸 아는 순간이 바로 이제 아이가 심장박동 소리를 듣고 아는 거거든요. 그래서 이게 사실상 낙태 전면 금지법이라고 그렇게 해석을 하고 있습니다. 근데 그 반대 입장에 대한 목소리들이 미국에서 참 많죠. In addition, other Hollywood figures have called for a moratorium on producing films in the state.
Right, we definitely have to look at that word moratorium. That's M-O-R-A-T-O-R-I-U-M, moratorium. A moratorium on a particular activity or a process is the stopping of it, generally for a fixed amount of time. We often hear this word again in the business world or in the world of politics. We could say this: the two governments agreed to a moratorium on military exercises.
활동 중단을 뜻하는 다소 어려운 단어인데요. moratorium, M-O-R-A-T-O-R-I-U-M. And according to the Motion Picture Association of America, movie production in the state has an overall economic impact of more than $9.5 billion.
And we'll look at that word impact in this context. Impact means a powerful effect that something has, especially on a situation or on a person or on, in this case, a region. Another example sentence I could give: although the city permitted the free use of public transportation, it seemed to have little impact on pollution levels.
영향력을 뜻하죠. 경제적인 영향력, economic impact. And the region plays such a prominent role in film production that many people refer to it as Yollywood.
Yeah, that southern region. This would have been a perfect story for tomorrow
정아.
with Jungha, of course, because she always says Happy Friday,
Y'all.
which of course means you all or everybody. And so Georgia in the south, they call it Yollywood, a little bit of a play on words. But we're going to look specifically at prominent. Here, prominent refers to something that is important or major or sort of the main thing, the main issue. I could give I hope, a very generous example sentence. Punita is a prominent player in the broadcasting industry.
눈에 띄는 이라는 뜻의 prominent라는 단어가 여기서 쓰였고요. 네, 푸니타의 예시를 거의 매일 드시네요. 나중에 한번 두 분이서 좀 대면을 해야 될 것 같습니다. 자, 다시 뉴스토리로 와서 최근 미국에서는 47년 만에 낙태 논쟁이 심화되고 있는데요. 그래서 배우와 제작자들도 이렇게 행동에 나서고 있는 모습입니다. Let's listen to the story one more time.
The U.S. video streaming service Netflix has taken a stand over a proposed new abortion law in the state of Georgia. In addition, other Hollywood figures have called for a moratorium on producing films in the state. According to the Motion Picture Association of America, movie production in the state has an overall economic impact of more than $9.5 billion. The region plays such a prominent role in film production that many people refer to it as Yollywood.
Now let's remind our listeners of today's quiz once more.
Yes, indeed. Here is today's quiz, y'all. When you do all you can do to make your dreams come true, we say you are blank your dreams. Is that number 1, fostering your dreams, or number 2, fighting your dreams?
짧은 문자는 50원, 긴 문자는 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 노래 듣고 와서 다음 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. This is Billy Joel, Uptown Girl. 자, 다음 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. 호주 연구진이 호주의 한 광산 인근 지역에서 채취한 특정 곰팡이가 주변 흙에서 금을 끌어당겨 자기 몸에 금을 부착하는 신비한 능력을 지녔다는 사실을 발견했다고 합니다. Let's listen to the story.
Researchers in Australia have discovered a fungus that can extract gold from its surrounding environment. As such, they hope their discovery will narrow down possible mining sites by working in conjunction with existing tools. The researchers explain that gold acts as a catalyst to help break down certain forms of carbon that in turn feed the fungus. Australia is the world's second largest producer of gold, but its output is expected to fall unless more deposits are discovered.
네, 외신에 따르면은요, 호주 연구진이 서호주 퍼스 남쪽으로 한 100km 거리에 있는 보딩턴 광산 인근 지역에서 이제 특정 진균을 채취했대요. 그런데 이 진균이 자기 몸에 금을 부착하는 능력을 지녔다는 사실을 발견했다는 그런 내용입니다. Researchers in Australia have discovered a fungus that can extract gold from its surrounding environment.
So extract in this context and in most contexts refers to removing or taking out from somewhere. So in this case, it's from its surrounding environment. Interestingly, we often use that word when we are talking about teeth. I could say, for example, Jason had to have 2 teeth extracted after the accident.
그러니까 우리가 치아를 뽑다라고 할 때 그 뽑는 게 extract인데요. 여기서는 이제 내용상 금을 끌어당기다로 이해를 할 수 있을 것 같아요. 이 곰팡이 균의 특성상. As such, they hope their discovery will narrow down possible mining sites.
So we'll look at that phrase, to narrow down. That means to reduce the number of possibilities or choices. So if we think of a situation maybe where we are trying to, let's say, plan a party, and we make a list of 5 good places to host the party, like 5 venues, then we later look at that list and we think, you know what? 5 places on the list, that's too much. We need to narrow it down.
Let's narrow it down to Punita's place.
That's a great place, except nobody goes there.
네, 범위를 이제 좁혀가다라는 뜻의 narrow down이라는 뜻인데요. 이 금을 이제 끌어당기는 그런 성질이 있기 때문에 이게 앞으로도 뭐 광산 산업이라든지 좀 도움이 될 수 있겠다. 이런 분석이고요. In conjunction with existing tools.
We'll also look at that phrase, in conjunction with. So the story talks about Australia having to find more gold deposits. They already have some tools to help them do that, but this fungus is going to be one of the newest tools so that they hope the fungus will work in conjunction with the other tools. It's a very long way of just saying together.
Right. Or just with. Right. In conjunction with라고 하면은 무엇과 함께라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 working with existing tools를 좀 더 길게 말하고 싶을 때는 이렇게 working in conjunction with라고 할 수 있겠고요. The researchers explained that gold acts as a catalyst to help break down certain forms of carbon that in turn feed the fungus.
Right, and so any keen-eared listeners with a good memory might remember, I think I mentioned the word catalyst at some point in our headline discussion. I purposely tried to throw that word in there. A catalyst is something that makes, in the very specific sense, not necessarily this sense, but in some degree this sense. We'll talk about this first. Okay. A catalyst is something that makes a chemical reaction happen more quickly. However, in a more general, everyday sense, and I think that's sort of the sense of this story, but in an everyday, more general sense, a catalyst can be a person even who makes something else happen. And if I give an example sentence in that later meaning, the coach's heartfelt speech was just the right catalyst to motivate the team to play better in the second half.
네, 기폭제 또는 촉매라는 뜻의 catalyst라는 뜻이 여기서 쓰였습니다. It's very exciting and also amusing, I must say, or interesting, I guess.
It's certainly interesting to imagine a fungus, literally a fungus, in other words, a type of mold that can discover gold and even consumes gold and helps you to find more of it.
What's amusing, actually, is that this same fungus can be found in bananas, apparently. So not the exact same one, but just parts of it.
We're going to see a rise in the stock price of banana importers now.
Don't know about that. Let's listen to this story one more time.
Researchers in Australia have discovered a fungus that can extract gold from its surrounding environment. As such, they hope their discovery will narrow down possible mining sites by working in conjunction with existing tools. The researchers explain that gold acts as a catalyst to help break down certain forms of carbon that in turn feed the fungus. Australia is the world's second largest producer of gold, but its output is expected to fall unless more deposits are discovered.
Now let's check the answer to today's quiz.
Well, our quiz today was asking about dreams, specifically this question. When you do all you can do to make your dreams come true, what are you doing? Is it number 1, fostering your dreams, or number 2, fighting your dreams? The answer today, of course, number 1, fostering your dreams.
Indeed. 1번이 정답입니다. Fostering your dreams 정답 맞춰주신 분들 중에 총 5분 추첨했습니다. 김수선님, 서정화님, 이순웅님, 그리고 끝번호 0526 쓰시는 분과 아이디 도로시 쓰시는 분 모두 축하드립니다. 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴게요. 저희 모닝 스페셜 홈페이지에 들어오셔서요. 주소 남겨주세요. 자, 오늘의 표현은요.
Well, today, our review expression, I'd like to try something a little bit different if I could. I'd like to maybe focus on our quiz answer.
Let's do that.
So, of course, the answer was fostering, which comes from the root word to foster. And to foster means to encourage or to promote the development of something. And very often, almost always, that something is going to be something that is regarded as good. We usually don't talk about fostering bad things, although it is possible. Fostering almost always refers to good things. A great example sentence I could give, a teacher's task is to foster learning.
맞아요. foster가 오늘의 표현이 되겠습니다. foster learning 그러면은 이제 돕는 것에 도움이 되도록 어떤 뭐 발전을 시켜주다라는 뜻으로 foster를 쓸 수 있고요. foster your dreams 그러면 꿈을 키워주다라는 뜻으로도 쓸 수 있습니다. We hope that this show helps to foster your dreams.
Absolutely. Foster your English ability, foster your dreams, foster your morning energy.
네, 그렇군요. 육성하다, 발전시키다, 조성하다, 키우다 여러 가지 의미로 쓸 수 있는 foster가 되겠습니다. Well, lots of people are writing in. Let's take a look at a few more messages before you go. 끝번호 4875 쓰시는 분이요. 고민만 수천 번 하다가요. 결국 차를 샀어요. 그런데요. 역시 출퇴근 정말 편해졌네요. 차를 사고 나서 제일 좋은 점은요. 출근할 때 모닝 스페셜을 들을 수 있다는 거예요. 수진쌤, 월터쌤, 그리고 제작진 여러분 감사합니다. 행복한 하루 되세요. 라고 보내주셨습니다.
Well, of course, me as a big gearhead, you know, I love cars. I'm very happy to hear about this person's purchase of a new vehicle. Congratulations. And of course, most importantly, drive safely.
Of course. 네, 우리 월터 선생님이 차 전문가십니다. 정말 차에 대해서 너무 많이 알고 계셔서 아마 하실 말씀이 많으시겠지만 시간 관계상 뭐 다 하지는 않겠지만 drive safely 핵심적인 팁이네요. And congratulations on getting the new car. 김수경 님이요. 수진 선생님, 월터 선생님 작년 여름부터 자가용 출근하면서 모닝 스페셜 팬이 됐어요. 근데 오늘이요. 바로 제 생일이랍니다. 제가 제일 좋아하는 쌤들이 축하해 주시면 정말 행복할 것 같아요. 축하해 주세요. Happy birthday!
Yes, indeed. A very big happy birthday from me as well. As I mentioned just a moment ago, there is a celebrity birthday in the U.S. It's a singer, CeeLo Green. I need to find a site that has Korean celebrity birthdays as well for a little bit of balance. I'll make sure to do that in the future.
Well, today it's definitely Kim Soo-kyung님's birthday.
That's right. More importantly than CeeLo Green.
Absolutely. Have a fantastic day today. 김수연님은요. 빨간색이 무척 잘 어울리시는 수진쌤. 멋진 월터쌤. 오늘도 감사드려요. 내일은요. 봉준호 감독 영화 기생충 시사회에 간답니다. 독서 모임장님이요. 예매해 주셨어요. 완전 좋아요. 영화 보고 근처 카페에서 토론도 하고 무박 2일로 진행되는 세계 문화체험 완전 기대돼요. 라고 보내주셨어요. 기생충이 오늘 개봉하는 걸로 제가 알고 있거든요.
I think so.
저도 집 근처에 영화극장이 있어서 며칠 전에 이 스크리닝, 아니 뭐라 그러죠? 인사하는 거, 뭐라 그런지 기억이 안 나네요. 처음으로 보여줄 때.
프리미어?
프리미어는 아니지만, 이제.
오프닝?
네, 뭐 뭔가 다른 용어가 있었습니다. 그 배우와 이제 감독이 오셔가지고 인사하는 그게 있어요. 그걸 인터넷으로 예매를 할 수 있더라고요.
Oh, wow.
근데 그거를 제가 며칠 전에 들어가서 봤는데 전부 매진이라가지고
Well, of course.
하나도 네 뭐 할 수 없었지만 저도 이 영화 자체는 볼 예정입니다. 너무 궁금해요.
I did notice that one of the universities who has a cinema on their campus is already showing that film with English subtitles for anyone who would like to see it with English subtitles. There may be more than one, but I did notice that Ganguk University is showing the film with English subtitles at their cinema.
Ah, all right. Well, that's good to know. And for those of you who'll be checking out this movie, maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe I got the date wrong. I'm a bit confused right now. But nonetheless, let us know. In the meantime, we are going to move on with the show, and I'd like to say a big thank you to you.
Well, of
선생님.
course. Always a pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow.
네, 2부에서는요, 영작극장과 영화 코너가 기다리고 있습니다. Taking us there is Robbie Williams, Beyond the Sea.